What is happening? And welcome to another four-wheel drive talk episode. And friends, I am out in the middle of North Rim, Arizona, or just north of the Grand Canyon, and been out here for a few days and having an absolute blast. Now, the video that I'm going to share with you here today, well, you already know what it's about because you clicked on the title. We're going to be talking about this Darche awning that is right behind me here. A buddy of mine just picked up a new 2021 Turtleback Expedition trailer. And although he had a batwing on the last one, he went with something a little bit more tank-proof. And this is the Darche 270 Eclipse. This thing is a massive awning. And so in a minute, we're going to go inside here. But this thing, I asked him if he'd mind if I came over here and shot a video because I've been eyeballing one of these awnings for a little while. And this is the first time really seeing this thing deployed as it is. And friends, this thing is massive. And so actually we'll kind of pan over this way here and you can see exactly how big this thing is here. So anyway, that's what we're going to be talking here today. We're going to be talking about this new Darche awning, and these are available at GTFO in Long Beach, California. I'll put a link on the screen here for that as well. But this thing is quite impressive. So, as always, we put these videos together to help you guys stay informed or make educated buying decisions. And so if you're interested in one of these awnings here, this is one of those videos you're going to want to tune in. If you find some value with this video, do me a favor. Go down below, hit that like button. Matter of fact, crush the hell out of it. It really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. That said, my friends, pull up a seat in. Let's go. All right, so here we are. This is a Darche 270 Eclipse. This is a massive, especially when you put the walls in here. Now, I'm going to put the exact square footage on the screen here, but this thing is absolutely massive. In a moment, I'm going to move the camera so you can see the back end. This is mounted on a 2021 Turtleback Expedition trailer. And you're going to see this is perfect when you're out camping. Now, my buddy put these string lights in here, which makes it a lot more homely, a lot more, especially at night, which I'm going to come back here a little bit later on this evening so you can see how well this is illuminating. And the reason why this is such a treat is when you're out in a windy situation. We're up in the North Rim right now, and in the evenings it gets a little cool. And so the fun part with this, these walls go up pretty darn quick. And I'll put the material that they use for this canvas, but it is very heavy. And at night, you can get away with putting a propane fire pit in here, and that's going to heat up this entire space. So put things in perspective. The evenings get down to about the 40s, 45-ish around here. You put a fire pit, one of those ones you could pick up for Costco for $130 or so. About mid flame going on, and it's going to take it from being in the mid 40s in here upwards, especially sitting at the level I'm at right here, it's going to be high 60s. Now up here, okay, it's going to get upwards of about 75, the 75 range and so forth. So it makes this not only a shield of all the wind coming in here, but it makes it a very homely feel that you can, the string light says it all. It makes coming out into the wilderness here very glamping, very casual, very relaxing. All right, now here's one of the best things I absolutely love. Now, you guys may recall a couple weeks ago, or it might have been a week ago. No, I think it was a couple weeks ago. I did a video on moving my awning up. And the reason why I did that is, well, I'm 6 foot, and there's nothing worse. Well, I'm hitting my head on the lights here, but you can see the height of this is really comfortable. So you're able to move around here. With a lot of the awnings on the marketplace, they're quite low, and it makes it kind of awkward to be able to navigate. We're talking a moment ago about making this into a comfortable living space when you're off grid and so forth, and having a little height where you're not crunched over. A buddy of mine has a trailer, and the awning on it is quite low. So while it's a relatively decent sized space that he has, a person like me, I'm crunched over walking through it, and that just makes it an uncomfortable experience. This is fantastic. All right, now I'm going to bring the camera to the back. So as a moment ago, I shared with you that this is a 270, so it wraps around the Turtleback Expedition trailer. Now in the trailers, again, you have the kitchen that kind of flays open in the back. So if you're cooking for people, your family, or yourself, you're going to be covered from the elements. So let's head over there. All right, guys. So you've seen plenty of videos on my Turtleback Expedition trailer. These are pretty much the same. Now, a few minor changes. Mine's a 2020. This is a 2021. But you may recall how these things open. You have a pin over here. You're going to pop that out. You have a locking mechanism over this side. That's going to put that where you want it. That's going to be locked in place. Then this door, 2 latches. I'm going to hide from the camera for a second. And there we go. That was a little bit awkward on the camera, but anyways, where I'm leading with this is this awning being so massive as it is here. You can see with the kitchen being pulled out, if it is raining out, I'm completely covered from the elements. If it's snowing out, if there's wind, I'm completely covered from the elements. So again, if you're a chef, this sort of awning is the way to go, especially if you have a turtleback trailer like this, because as you can see, you have a massive amount of space.
Few moments later.
All right, guys, I'm not going to lie to you here. You probably just noticed a little bit of a break because I'm getting a little winded here. We're up at high elevation, and boy, it is kicking my tail end. So, as I was saying, you have this kitchen space here, and of course, you have with these turtle bags, which is great. You have all this space here, and again, you have all this awning above you, keeping you from the elements. And you might be noticed I'm a little bit lit from that side because you have 2 massive windows, just like the one that you saw over there. So this, for me, this really feels like a kitchen, a very homely environment. I like the fact that you have these big windows right here because I know, like, when I'm cooking, I like looking out a window. I like that light. And here, again, if it's raining out, if it's snowing out, if it's windy out, you have these 2 massive windows bringing in some nice natural light into your space. Guys, this is literally take 3 on this angle here because there was a bug buzzing over in the window over there. And so as I was trying to say here, I shifted the camera over here because we're talking kitchen. We're talking in this space here. This is a massive cooking space that is now enclosed with this awning. And the fun part with this is you have an entry point over here. You have an entry point over there. But as I mentioned a moment ago, when it's time to sit down and enjoy yourself, you throw a fire pit in the middle here and it becomes so toasty and it's so much fun. I mean, put a projector, have movie night with your kids out camping. That's really a lot of fun. All right, guys, so here we're going to shift gears here a little bit. I want to talk about something that really makes this awning really special, very unique. Now, as many of you know, I have a Rhino Rack batwing awning on my Turtleback Expedition trailer, which is, I'm not going to say it's been a good awning. It has done what it's supposed to for me. But if you read some of the chat boards about the batwing awning, it has one massive problem. Now, knock on, well, there's no wood for me to knock on here, so I better hope like hell this is going to work out for me. But I have not experienced the problem that well, not everybody, but a lot of people really complain about that awning. And now if you look up here at how these arms kind of extend out, first you have these, this has got to be, again, I'll put the dimensions on here, but I'm guessing it's a good inch by 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches aluminum arms heading out here. But really the magic on this here is, and this is the weakness on the batwing for Rhino Rack, is they have a composite knuckles. And if you get any sort of wind or moderate amount of wind, these things snap really easy. These are, I mean, I'm not sure what kind of alloy. That's a steel, hardened steel of some sort. That is built like a tank. So the reason why I bring you over here and point this out here is, you probably can't hear the wind right now because we're inside of here, but the wind is moving pretty good. This is going to hold up a lot better during wind. And it's funny because my buddy who owns this trailer right here, he had one of their getaways, and we started doing a review on, or I wanted to do a walk around on the Turtleback getaway trailer. And it's I'm going to detour a little bit here because you'll appreciate this. So on that trailer, we get to the part where I'm showing the batwing and deploying that coming out. And just a mile, I wanted to get another camera angle with the awning opening up. Guys, I'll probably put some footage onto the screen here if I still have that. We started deploying the awning, and the awning, the knuckles on it snapped. And guys, there wasn't much wind going on there. So this is, if you do any moderate amount of overlanding or camping, and you just want to eliminate or reduce a potential headache that could occur. Now, I didn't ask him how much time it takes to swap it out, but I will say this. Being out in the field and packing that thing up was a pain in the ass. Now, I'm guessing probably swapping out the knuckles, it might be an hour and a half, 2 hour job, but still, that's an hour and a half, 2 hours of time that if you had a little bit beefier knuckles onto that awning there, it would prevent all of that. And that's one of the things I really admire what Darche did here. They really took no shortcuts. The canvas here, this is a non-rip, some sort of a nylon or canvas top here, but also these arms are extremely beefy. And the knuckles here, again, it's some sort of hardened steel, but that is not going to, I'm going to say this very cautiously or very carefully. I was going to say it'll take a lot more to damage these than, for example, something like a Rhino Rack Batwing. And so again, Darche did a great job on these. So again, we're going to close this off right now. I'm going to circle back around in this video, which you probably won't notice because I'm just going to put a nice easy cut here. I'm going to come back over and share some footage of what this looks like in this experience at night. All right, friends, so it is dark and just got through with a pretty awesome class on GMRS radios, or actually communication in general with the Turtleback folks. Now, coming back over here, as promised, I want to do a walkthrough with you to kind of share with you how this awning really transforms itself at night into an amazing, fun environment. Follow me. So, now again, this is my, guys, I have to correct myself earlier. Earlier I said this was a 2021. This is actually a 2022, so I misspoke about this. But one of the things, while we're walking into this awning space, I wanted to point out that I absolutely love that my buddy picked up. So when he ordered this trailer, now if you've seen some of my night videos, you'll notice I have white lights, he has red lights, which I think gives it a nice, mood, but also more importantly, there's actual purpose behind that. A lot of the places that we go camping and so forth, there's a lot of bugs. Bugs they're not attracted to red light as they are with the white light. So that's a pretty cool idea. But if we come in here, now, of course, I had to totally dig the video choice that they threw on, knowing that I was going to be coming in here. Of course, this was a trip that I did last year at Sedona, and I'm pausing because I absolutely love the soundtrack that I used for this. But that was a fun trip. But as you can see here, here's a projector set up, the screen set up here. So the space, this massive space that this Darche awning creates here, becomes a very fun movie night for families. If you have a bunch of friends coming out, it doesn't get better than this. That you're out camping. We're out in the middle of North Rim, and he's streaming, thanks to Starlink, video off of YouTube, or we can Starlink. We can get Netflix or Disney or whatnot. But anyways, what I want to share with you here is I'm going to turn on these lights. Now, these are USB-C lights that my buddy, and I'm going to turn down the volume here so I'm not fighting with myself here. These lights, I want to say he picked up off of Amazon, and I'll put a link on the screen here someplace. But as you can see here, these two string lights, now these are USB-C or USB powered, excuse me, and it really lights up this entire space. So again, whether you're with a family, whether you're with friends, and you want to create that kind of fun environment, this takes camping to a whole nother level. And as you can see, this entire space, it could be windy, it could be raining outside, and this entire space has transformed thanks to a set of, I don't know the price of these lights here yet, but a couple string lights and projector. I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. But anyways, guys, the whole idea with this video here was when I saw my buddy went with a Darche awning and I was admiring how this thing was framed up, I asked if I could come over here and create a video to share with you guys because I was impressed with this. Now, granted, again, I have the Rhino Batwing, which is it's a great awning. It's a good awning. Let me clarify that. It's a good awning with a flaw that I think if they take care of these knuckles here would be a much better option. But I'm in front of you here today because this awning here really is a complete deal. Now, as always, we put these videos together to help you guys make educated decisions. So if you're on the fence as far as what awning you may want to get, hopefully this video is going to be of value to you. And of course, if it is, friends, well, of course, it's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff that is oh so valuable to the channel. So if you found some value with this video, if it was educational in some way, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, crush the hell out of it. I have to get my wind here. As I shared earlier, this altitude is getting to me a little bit. But anyways, consider hitting the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're currently not subscribed already, and last but not least, so therefore you don't miss a single video just like this one. Hit that bell so therefore you're notified and YouTube does all that stuff. Well, friends, it's time to get a drink in my hand so you get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.